This is the Draw My Life of Holden and the Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. The novel takes place in the 1940s. Holden is our protagonist, who is a 16-year-old delinquent who has never quite figured himself out. He struggles to interpret society. He tells his story from a mental hospital because his psychoanalyst believed it would be good for him. The story begins when Holden is given the boot from Pensy Prep School because of his poor grades, except English, because of course that is the most important class. He is already flunked out of 3 other prestigious schools because he doesn't apply himself. However, before leaving Pensy, he decides to go say bye to one of his favorite teachers, Mr. Spencer. Mr. Spencer is an old man, and he questions Holden why he doesn't apply himself. But Holden feels uncomfortable by his questions and his teacher's bumpy chest, so he leaves. Later, Holden encounters his roommate, Stradler. Stradler is also coming back from a date with Jane, whom Holden has a crush on and secretly is protective over her. So they fight when Stradler refuses to tell Holden how the date went. So Holden goes to New York with a bloody nose when he settles at Ed Monte Hotel. He decides he wants to lose his V card when the elevator man, Maurice, asks him if he wants to hook up with a prostitute named Sunny. When Sunny gets a little too aggressive, he chokes and says he just really wants someone to talk to. However, Sunny already demands $10 for her services, but Holden only gives her 5, so Sunny calls him a bum and leaves. Maurice later comes and beats up a crying Holden, while Sunny takes the $10 and leaves. Holden leaves to find his sister Phoebe without their parents' knowledge, and she accuses him of having no ambition and failing another school. Holden replies that his fantasy is where he just prevents little children from falling off a cliff. Holden's parents come back, so he leaves to Mr. Anatoly's crib. However, Holden gets creeped out when he wakes up to see Anatoly's hand on his forehead. Going crazy, Holden decides to permanently run away from home. When he informs his sister about his plans, she wants to join. However, Holden refuses and Phoebe becomes salty. To dilute the salt, Holden takes her to the zoo. Because of 3 exhausting days drinking and smoking, he was both emotionally and physically drained. Thus, Holden ends up in the mental hospital where he writes his story.